Evening and possibly good morning, Facebook. This is the Belive in 5 Personal Mentor Program, and today I'm happy to be in the company of Bridgetti, who is in Cape Town in South Africa. Hello.
Hi, Stephen.
Hi.
Good evening.
Yes, you're an hour ahead of us, and we'll say hello to Robert. And
Hi, Robert.
We're going to do a short presentation first of what Belive in 5 is all about, and then we'll open it up to have a general chat, because what we want to do is to encourage people to go live, isn't it? This is the whole aim of the program, is to help people go live for the first time.
Absolutely, yes. And, you know, I think one thing people need to learn to overcome before they start with anything is just overcoming their fear of going live. And I think what compounds that fear is fear of the unknown, you know, not knowing how to use Belive. And that is why this program that's been developed is absolutely essential and key in helping people overcoming that fear.
Indeed, there are two sides to it. There's a technical side, and then there's the actual personal side. And what we do in this initiative, the Belive in 5 initiative, is we actually help you go live on belive.tv with a free 15-minute mentor session. And we have mentors ready and waiting to help you. And just to give a shout out to, well, that's me top left, but underneath me you can see Peter Stewart, and then I'm going to take that off screen, and Tina Shang, Bridgetti, April, David, Daniel of course is the CEO. He's not a mentor, he's our mentor, not your mentor, and David Burrows. So those are the people who are currently providing mentorship to anyone who's interested in belive.tv. And this is a personal thing because it's a one-to-one situation. And we can help you go live on belive.tv. We'll take you through the technicalities, because there are things that people need to know, aren't there? Bridgetti.
I didn't hear you there. I lost the signal for a moment.
Okay. There are a series of things that people need to know.
Yes, absolutely. That is correct. Yes.
Yeah. Well, the first one is we need to check your camera and microphone, because we know that that's the biggest obstacle in terms of technical things, is connecting your camera and your microphone. So
I know, you know, people take that for granted. You know, they think, well, I've got a camera, I've got a microphone, and it will work. And yet, you know, those of us who've gone live several times, we know that when you start every single show, you are going to always check your camera, check your microphone, and make sure it works every time, and not just assume that it's going to be okay. Because, you know, if there's one thing you learn from going live, is that things can go wrong and it will go wrong. So if you want to ensure a smooth broadcast, try and eliminate the things that you know can go wrong, and then you have a better chance of dealing more effectively with the unknowns. So first take, and then you've got less unknown things to deal with on the fly.
That's very true. Now you can start broadcasting with your PC and your camera built into the PC and the microphone built into the PC. But as you get more used to it, you can upgrade, but it's not expensive to upgrade. So you don't need to do that straight away. What we want you to do is to try out Belive and see if you enjoy it. If you enjoy it and you're doing more than one show, then there are things that you can do to improve the quality of your video and your sound. Now, all you need to do to join in is to go to the Belive in 5 page, and you'll find the link up above. Please like the page, because that makes us happy, and it means we reach a wider audience. And messages. And in your message, say, I would like to join the Belive in 5 program. And that's that's the first step. That's all you need to do. Like our page, and the link is up above, and then just message us, as people are doing, and say that you'd like a mentoring session one-to-one, just for 15 minutes, and you'll be contacted straight away, and you can book an appointment to suit yourself. You get access to our diaries, and you can book a 15-minute appointment at a time to suit yourself. And that's important, because we're not saying when, are we? We're actually inviting people to check our diaries and make an appointment at a time to suit them.
And I think the nice thing that people need to know is that we are working across different time zones. So we basically can accommodate people during the day, in the evening, in the morning. So people are welcome to time, literally.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, we're trying to cover the globe, and we're looking to bring people in, speak languages other than our own. So people who speak French and German and Italian. We're building the number of mentors over the weeks. So basically, we're actually putting everything into place now, but we are live. We've been live since last Monday, and this has been an amazing effort, because it wasn't just an idea. And then Tina, Shang and I got together, and we have created a course. Now that course is free to everybody. And if you type in, go to udemy.com, and you type in Facebook Live, and then you go for free courses, you'll find Belive in 5 on Belive.tv, broadcasting to Facebook. And that's a big title. So all you need to do is type in Facebook Live, look for the free courses, and the course that Tina and I have created is top of the list. Take the course, and that will give you background as to what will happen in a moderating one-to-one session with one of our mentors. So that's the Udemy course. The link to the Udemy course is up above. And if you click the link, then you'll be taken straight to the course. And we're proud to be number one for Facebook Live videos on Udemy, and proud to announce that today, I'm just going to drop that back down. We now have over 800 people, in fact 803 people taking the course, and we'd like to thank everybody who's taking the course, and we look forward to you using Belive.tv. Now, second thing that happens, once you've done the course, make a request that somebody will contact you. You'll be given their diary, you make an appointment, and then they will arrange a face-to-face show. I've got one coming up next Tuesday, and basically I will set up a face-to-face show and send the link to the person that I'm mentoring, and they come on the show. As Bridgetti said earlier, we'll check out the camera and go live on my system, and then we go through the agenda, which is what I'm using at the moment. And that agenda, we show you how to set the agenda up, we show you how to display it, we show you how to display comments on screen. So we go through the full commenting system as well. And once we've got your camera working, and you know about the agenda, and you know about the content, then we'll tell you how you can create your own show. And that's a fairly simple process, isn't it, creating a show?
Yes, absolutely. You know, I really like the fact that you and Tina came up with this idea, because it's one thing taking a course, but it's quite another going live for the very first time. You know, if you've never done this before, it's a very daunting procedure. And I've heard many people who have done podcasting, for example, who's now starting to live stream. You know, even for them, it's quite a mind shift doing a live show, and nothing beats having a one-on-one session with somebody to actually walk you through and give you the confidence.
Well, that's it. Everybody who's actually mentoring, and Cheryl is actually here and commenting. Hello, Cheryl. And Cheryl is saying that it's a simple process, but great to know you have the little things covered if you've never done this before. I think that's it. It, as you said, Bridgetti, it makes a difference to have somebody to help you through it and help you create your show. But then not only do we help you create the show, we'll go live with you so that your first show, your camera will be working, your microphone will be working, you'll know how to create the show, how to use the comments and the agenda, so that when you do go live to your own personal page, everything will work. And I found when I did my first show, can you remember back to the first show that you did? Were you nervous? Were you nervous?
Absolutely. I was crazy nervous. I mean, I just was tongue-tied, you know. I was at such a loss that I froze. I didn't know what to say. So I can totally relate to people who are starting for the first time. You know, your nerves can get the better of you, especially if you don't. I mean, I didn't have the course that's now available to people. So that's a huge head start. So for people now to have the course and then to be able to have someone literally hold their hand as they go through is absolutely phenomenal. And I think we'll see a much larger uptake on people going live using the Belive system.
I agree with
now that we can give them that confidence. Yeah,
I agree with you totally. Basically, I mean, like you. I mean, the first time I went live was, well, I joined as a guest on somebody else's show, and that was Phil Aston, and I enjoyed it so much. I mean, once you've been on camera, you either don't like it, which is very rare, or you find yourself at home. And once you've found yourself at home, you want to go and do more shows. Now, I was a guest on that show, easy and straightforward. So I then went off to do my own show, and I did it without any planning. And that was the problem. As you said, that what happens is you sort of freeze for a moment, and you think it's forever, but it's only probably about 20 seconds, and you think, but if you actually use the Belive agenda, and you can use it to give yourself tips. I'll just show you what we're looking like behind the scenes. I'm just going to share my desktop. And excuse me a moment. If you can go full screen, then you'll see what I can see. This is my desktop, and you can see, just describing it, Bridgetti and I are at the top of the screen. And then we've got the screen share. On the right-hand side, you can see what's going out to Facebook Live. And underneath, I've got the agenda, which is the points that I'm going to make during the course of this chat. And I can scroll through that. And that's near memoir. I mean, it stops the moments. When you panic, as we all do from time to time, you just look at the list and you go and press the next thing in the list. Now, what we're trying to do is to take away all the panic elements that could possibly happen and make sure that when you do go live, you feel in control. And I think that's the other thing about Belive TV. Because we've got the agenda and the comments, we are in control, aren't we?
Absolutely. You know, there's a huge difference between going live with Belive and going live on Facebook natively. It's just, I cannot even describe the difference. You know, you somehow feel more in control and more protected behind the screen when you're using Belive. I would recommend it to anyone.
Well, I mean, when you go on native Facebook Live, have the ability to feature comments from people, which makes it interactive. And you are big on the screen. Now, we're only small on the screen. That feels more comfortable. And
it does.
I'm just chatting with Bridgetti. I love the fact that people are watching, but the environment that we're sat in at the moment makes it a lot easier when you do go live. Right, a quick recap. This is Belive in 5, and it's the Belive in 5 mentor program. Now, it is free to everybody. There's no cost involved. There's no cost for the Udemy course. There's no cost for the mentoring. and there's no cost for the ongoing support, because if you look up above, you'll see a link to the Udemy course. You'll see a link to the Facebook page, which we'd like you to visit and like, and messages. You'll then see a link to a new group we started this week, which is for students. And that group, if I pick the right graphic here, there is now a Belive in 5 student group, which everybody is welcome to join. And that is there to answer any questions that are not asked when you're being mentored. So it's an ongoing situation. This is an addition to the Belivers group. This is purely and simply for support. It's not for show promotion, but it does mean you can get answers to all your questions. And if you have been mentored and you have a problem, then you can come to this group and you can have your questions answered. Because the team of Tina, April, Bridgetti, David, and Peter have all been broadcasting for quite a time, and we can help you. And that's why we're here. That's why we enjoy being part of the mentor program. So visit our Facebook page, like it, and then join in. You see the link to the Udemy course, which over 800 people have taken so far. Just press that link, and I'll stop for a moment. This is interactive. And hello, Robert, and thank you for your welcome. And we just enjoy what we're doing. We enjoy Belive.tv, and it's not a task, it's a pleasure to be involved. So go to the Belive in 5 Facebook page, take the Udemy course, and apply for the one-to-one mentoring. That's all you need to do. And if you are watching now and you're watching live, then our call to action is please share this. We want more and more people to go live on Belive.tv, and we want more people involved in the Belive in 5 sessions of mentoring. Because we know that there are thousands of people. We were talking about this earlier. And you said, yes. Can you tell us a story about you were looking for Belivers in South Africa?
Yes, I reached out to Daniel and Sophia because I was keen to find out if there were any other broadcasters in Africa and also South Africa, and they couldn't tell me. So I went through the list of Belivers, which was over 1,000 at the time. I think we're on 113 now, are we? Or close to that?
Yeah.
And I looked at the list of people, and there was a relatively very small proportion of the people who's in the group of Belivers who are actually actively streaming. And I'm not even talking about the people who haven't yet joined the Belivers Facebook group. So it doesn't surprise me at all that we already have 800 people who have registered for the Udemy course. I really think that the whole idea of the course and the one-to-one mentoring that you and Tina came up with is absolutely phenomenal. I think we'll see a huge surge, hopefully. Well, the very fact that people have registered on the Udemy course, is an indicator of how much this was needed. So I really believe we'll see a huge surge in broadcasters on Belive.
I'm hoping so, and I mean, the thing that we've not mentioned, which I should, is that this is actually an official Belive.tv initiative, and we're helping to create this initiative to actually get the mentors program going, and grateful to Belive.tv for backing it, and we're looking forward in the coming weeks to helping more and more people go live on Belive.tv. Now, if you are watching, that's the formal part of the show over, and we can use that we're going to repurpose that. Tina will be proud of us. We're going to repurpose that and break it down into 2 and 3 minute chunks, and then use it to promote the initiative. But I think we can relax a bit now. I was watching the show with Tina earlier in the week, and it is when you're actually official. When we come on and do our own show, we're totally relaxed.
Yeah.
Because the show's for us, and as long as we're happy, yeah. But when you get a situation like this where you are acting on behalf of well, in this case, an initiative, a project, then you tense up slightly. So now's the time. Well, I have anyway. You've probably tell that by now. So now's the time to relax a moment. If anybody is watching and you want to come on screen, you'll find the link to join us is up above, and you can just press that link and come in. Otherwise, I'd like to take this, because we are going to edit this, but one of the things that Belive TV is good for, not just for sort of chatting with people and interviewing people, but also making people aware of situations. So, Bridgetti, what I would like you to do, because I know this is a cause which you firmly believe in, is to tell us a little bit about the water crisis that's facing your city and your country at the moment.
Yeah, I must say I took, I was almost going to use an Afrikaans phrase, which no one else is going to understand. But basically, I saw a gap. We've currently got a drought in Cape Town, and it's not something that I've ever. It's something completely unknown to us, and we've got the very real danger of the taps literally running dry. Dams are. Now, 2 days ago, we also had an unprecedented storm here, which was unusual, very unusual. And because of that, people are homeless at the moment. So we've had plenty of challenges on Facebook Live to highlight the need that people have here, and also the need for transparency and information. A lot of people in Cape Town and over South Africa are not particularly happy with the information they've been receiving from the municipality or the government. And we found that, the best sources of information are really from people on the ground. And I felt that I could use Belive to go live and share that information with people, and also become a source of information for people. And that was, considering that live streaming is still extremely new and very new in South Africa and Cape Town, there was a lot of, people initially when I approached them, there wasn't a lot of people who came forward to participate. In fact, I've got a gentleman now who's co-hosting with me, and on my first show, he literally agreed to come on within 2 or 3 minutes of me going live.
Wow. Amazing.
Talk about crazy. And after the first show, which was an hour long, people kind of got the idea, and now I have got a stream of people who will participate in the show, and I've got 2 co-hosts. So that's been absolutely amazing, We've also just had another natural disaster. We've had an entire town literally burned down on the West Coast. And I really do want to live stream what's happening there as well. But obviously one has to take into consideration the shock of the event. People are still trying to just take all this in. There's so many people who have lost their entire livelihood, schools, the golf course, just about everything. The whole town literally has been brought to its knees. So yes, Belive definitely can play a huge role when it comes to covering events like natural disasters. Because the beauty of it is it doesn't take a whole team. You don't have to have, people coming up rocking up with cameras and equipment. We don't need any of that because it's so easy to do this.
Well, that is one of the beauties of Belive, isn't it? That people can just come on screen, go live to Facebook, reach out to an audience, a live audience and a replay audience as well. And in the situation that you are at the moment, the more people who are aware of what's happening, because the thing is that the news around the world, there's so much going on in every single country that we don't know what's going on within different areas. So the fact that you can actually get out and tell people about it, because awareness is the thing, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. That was my main aim. And even here in Cape Town, there's a huge percentage of the population that still do not believe that we have a drought, that it's real, you know. So the more we get people talking about it, the more it'll start sinking in that this is not just another ploy from the government, you know, no one's telling a story. This is the real deal.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've watched several of these shows and you've had experts from around the world involved in the show. So you've joined people in South Africa with people in the States. And that's quite a powerful experience, isn't it? Because up until Belive.tv, it wasn't possible.
Yes, it's phenomenal. Gentleman who has been incredible. He has, you know, lived through the drought in California, and so he's got some amazing insights that he's been able to share with us, and you know, valuable information. And just being able to share information from people, like you say, from all over the world is powerful. And before we had Belive or live streaming, this was not a domain that we could play in.
Indeed, it was closed off, as you said earlier. It costs expensive equipment and joining people across continents and gets very complicated. Whereas Belive.tv makes it simple and straightforward. Now, so you'll be continuing to actually make people aware of what's happening.
Yes, absolutely.
But, yeah. And I do hope that the message does go out and people do get involved, because it's not, we're not talking about governments here. We're talking about ordinary people, aren't we, getting involved and actually doing something?
Absolutely. It's people on the ground, you know, and what I like is that it's the information that's disseminated is, you know, I always say when you have the bottom up approach, it's always so much more successful than the top down, because you know, when you're doing change management, you appreciate that the top down method is very, very hard to implement. So if we're getting solutions from the people on the ground and that is going out, that's powerful.
Yes, yes, indeed it is. All right. Well, we've done two things. One, we've told people about Belive in 5, and you have made people aware of the problems in South Africa and the drought in Cape Town. And I'll send you that part of it so you can repurpose it, as it were. Because when we're doing the live video on Belive.tv, everything that we do is in a video on Facebook and can be downloaded and then edited and repurposed. And that's one of the things about Belive in particular, is that you can create a very interactive show, get people involved, and then repurpose it afterwards. And we know that 2/3 of the people watching will watch the replay. So if you are watching the replay now, we thank you. We hope you've enjoyed the show. And this show will be back at the same time next week. And Bridgetti, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for having me join you. I enjoyed this too.
Brilliant. Okay, so take care, everybody. We'll see you all next week, and keep broadcasting on Belive TV.